Do engineers make good money? The answer I would say is yes. Okay, the video has ended. Anyway, we have to go into some details as to why they make good money. Now, engineers in a lot of companies, they are the backbone of where they are. As you know, the definition of engineering itself, like for example, chemical engineering is the conversion of raw materials to valuable products. Now, after that, that is where the economics and business sides of engineering comes into play. You have to create good products that you can sell. You have to make services that you can offer to people that is of good quality. Because of the critical aspect of engineers in that manner, they have to be rewarded for the value they bring to any company they're in, whether it is oil and gas, pharmaceuticals, whether it is in healthcare and whatever, anywhere engineers are, they play a very critical role in providing value in design. Yes, they do a lot of design. They design a lot of the machinery that we use, the tools, the appliances that we use, almost anything around you is designed by engineers. So that is why they're valuable in any company they're in. Then another critical aspect as to why they are being paid much is the risk they put themselves into. There are some industrial settings that by virtue of being there, your life is at risk. And that is a lot of places where engineers work. So that is why they take HSE very serious, so that they can implement safety measures for people to work there without harm. So I think that is also one of the main reasons why engineers get paid a lot, because of the conditions they expose themselves to. Like for example, imagine you're working on an offshore platform. Like, I just can't imagine working in that type of place, but it is what it is. Engineers work in a lot of places like that. Now, the next is, as an engineer, if you garner a lot of years of experience, you can even go into consulting. You see that happening, especially in these management firms like the likes of, McKinsey, the types of Deloitte, PwC. These companies are like management consulting companies, yet they still employ a lot of engineers to those companies. This is to show you the value that engineers bring to whatever industry they go into. I believe it has something to do with their approach to problem solving. A lot of business is just problem solving. If you can solve people's problems, my dear, you're going to get paid a lot for that. So that is something that you can even do if you garner years of experience. As I was saying, you can like open a consulting firm and you consult a lot of companies and you try to solve some of their main problems. Now, these are some of the things that you should put at the back of your mind as we go deeper into this video. Now, one of the critical things that determine the salary of engineers around the world, I believe, is their location. For example, now I am a graduate of chemical engineering. Here in Nigeria, I won't be paid as much as I'll be paid if I go to Russia to work, for example, or if I go to the United States, or if I go to some country in Europe. This is what I mean. You get paid according to your location. On the thumbnail of this video before you clicked, I'm sure you saw what I wrote there. Like, the salary, is it $3,000 per year? $3,000 per year? This is actually a possibility here in Nigeria. As an engineer, you can be paid that low over here, but I understand there are a lot of factors behind that. This is not me calling for equality. We have to be paid like other countries. No, I'm just making a point that your location determines what you're going to get. So we have cases of engineers actually leaving Nigeria. Like, it happens a lot. They go to the USA, even though they studied engineering here, but they go to the USA, they go to Middle East. A lot of people go to all these, oil companies abroad, and they get paid really well over there. And if you look at the education sector in Nigeria and abroad, it's like a similar thing. For example, let's say you want to get an engineering degree in Nigeria. The money you're going to spend for a whole engineering year, like, is so little compared to the money you're going to spend if you're studying engineering in another country, in like the US, UK that I mentioned. I guess that is also another reason why if you're working here, your pay won't be as much as those people that are out there. So the holy grail is for you to study here and then Japa. Japa is when you move abroad. That is what a lot of people are doing. I feel like we should actually stay here and build our country. Yeah, that's just what I believe. I'm not against going out. If you give me an offer now, I'll go. But like, I really would love to stay here and build something. I really would love people to like come together and see how they can work things out here in Nigeria instead of just leaving the country. Like if they leave, like who is going to stay here? Like for example, I got a scholarship to study in Russia. Why? So that I can learn and then come and benefit my own country, right? Like that is the whole idea. That is the way I understand it. Now, this is location. Another thing that is very critical that determines the amount of money that you get, as you know, is experience, or you can see expertise. Like the higher you go, the more money that you get. The higher you go, the more you make decisions that determine the direction in which your company or whatever you're working in goes into. Which is why, it's higher stakes, it's higher risk, and so on. So I guess that is why they get paid more. Now, this is where we go into different industries. For example, a graduate trainee, or let's say a graduate engineer, this is someone in his early career level. In fact, this is like entry level, this is the beginning. So some graduate trainees in oil and gas industry get paid more than some mid-level engineers in other industries. This is to show you how the oil and gas industry is like the highest, especially here in Nigeria. We have different industries like the cement, fertilizer, the food industry and so on. But considering that Nigeria is an oil producing country, we have crude oil here. So there's a lot of oil and gas activity going on here. So as an engineer, if you're working in the oil and gas industry, there's a high chance that you're being paid well, whether you're working with the federal government or you're working for the IOCs. These are the international oil companies like Chevron, ExxonMobil, Shell, Total, and so on. If you're working for these oil and gas companies, there's a high chance that you're getting paid well. I don't even want to get into the numbers right now. If you'd notice, I've not mentioned any number here because this is like unfiltered. There isn't much research that has gone into this. It's just like a chill way of us discussing this. So you can put your inputs in the comments. Like this is a very interesting topic to talk about. So as I was saying, like I can't even mention some of the salaries that some of these engineers in IOCs have been paid. Like if I mention it, I'm telling you, you think I'm lying to you. To be very honest, if I tell you the salary for oil and gas engineers, you think I'm lying to you. But anyways, let's put that aside. I feel like they are at the end of the spectrum. But if you come down to, how much on average engineers are being paid, the number I gave earlier of $3,000 per year, it actually makes sense. A lot of people get paid around that figure. It's either it doesn't reach it or it is above it. And this is like from the early career level. So you might be paid higher than it as you keep going. Like we talked about experience. The more experience and knowledge you get, the more you get paid. Talking about knowledge, check out this video where we talked about 5 websites where you can increase your engineering knowledge. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you got some insight into the money that engineers make and so on. I mean, this video has been unfiltered. I just went straight off the cut. If you want more videos like this, make sure you put it in the comments. If you have some things to say, some corrections, some inputs to what I mentioned in this video, please comment down below. Let's discuss it. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Signing off now. See you on the next one.